On today's episode of Watch Jericho, we are going to continue cleaning my shop and making some big progress. I'm taking Gabe's project and I'm just gonna kick it outside. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Jericho, and today, like I said, Gabe doesn't know this, but I'm just gonna grab all of the parts for his car and we're gonna toss them on a trailer real quick, kick it outside, and that's probably the end of the Saturn Sky. I don't think we'll see anything else about it on the channel. First, we got this pallet here on the forklift.
It's here!
Oh, wait. That was just a bit much.
Apparently, it's mediocrely packed.
Kill that.
Just kidding. Gabe's new engine's here, and Gabe's here as well, as you guys can tell.
I'll probably get thrown out, though.
It's too late now. We're probably going to have this project done today. That's my hope. At least, we got to get this thing in the car. That's tonight's real project.
At least.
So,
At least.
I'm sure you got a knife. I don't need a... Usually I give
Seriously, you don't have a knife?
No, I do.
Got the knife.
But I figured I didn't need to
Well, we've got
have you do the honors since you had your own.
I don't actually need to cut that, but, you know.
I did it.
Good job. Oh, man, this is pretty.
That is very pretty.
Oh!
That is a new
This
engine.
is new.
Ooh-wee.
My goodness, this is pretty.
Look at all those brand new parts you got on the floor over there that are already on it.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty happy we don't have to put those on.
You're not wrong. All right, so we have boxes on boxes of parts on this pallet.
Do you have any threes?
Any threes?
Any threes?
Are we playing Uno?
No, go fish.
Go fish. All right, we got a box of gaskets here. There's the top of the wastegate, a new, what I assume, it's basically an N72 valve, the boost control.
I've got the spin toy.
That's a shiny turbo.
Yes, sir.
What else you got? Oh, that's probably your new clutch.
Maybe.
It looks like a new clutch. Ah, there's your clutch slave cylinder. And that does mean the clutch must be that. There it is.
There we are, brand new.
Well,
Very
hey,
nice.
this engine won't have to come back out for a while with all these new parts.
I'm excited.
Even new coils. I am surprised.
Dude.
New actuators, new coils. You don't have to put anything on this engine.
New fuel pump, new everything.
Look, here's the exhaust. That's kind of a cool cover. Throw that away.
Got rid of my cover, man.
The great thing about this engine being completely assembled is this engine has been out of the car for
A long time.
we don't actually have the counter anymore.
No,
it's probably close to, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, the car stopped, you quit driving it like...
Let's put it this way. Okay, so Leanne was talking to a young mother who has a husband that's a big fan of this show.
Okay,
And
cool.
Apparently their child was conceived after the engine came out. So, by the way, congratulations on your new baby. We're very proud of you.
Thanks for watching the channel.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, 9 months.
Oh,
10 months.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We now measure cars and how long full pregnancy terms. That's how we keep track of projects.
The Gen 1 engine right there was cast in styrofoam. You can see that weird pattern and everything. This is a sand casting, so the LDK.
LDK on this one.
Yes. Rated for more horsepower.
Yep.
Heavier because it's been reinforced around the cylinder walls.
Cast better.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, this is pretty
This is
sweet.
gonna be great.
A new DI pump. You shouldn't have any failures for a long time. The factory techs feel like this every day. They're like, look at these idiots. We open a new engine every 24 hours.
Right.
We open a new engine about once every, what? The last one was the R8.
Yeah.
So about once every 2 years we open a new engine and get to see this. The time has come. We're gonna pull the old engine out from underneath the car. We're gonna start by getting this engine out of here since we basically need nothing off it at this point. And that's good, I would say. So this is honestly really cool that we don't have to reuse any of the old parts. Gabe can hopefully return all of those brand new parts you just bought. Straight back? Flywheel, manifolds, and that is it. You're down. Time to yeet some engine mounts into the next dimension. Gabe's over there pulling the straps off of that engine. And I need to move these motor mounts, and then we are ready to move the manifolds, and I think we're close, other than the flywheel. Okay,
Done yet?
mounts are moving. We are getting some work done, at least.
I think you dropped it.
Yeah, right until I started talking, we were getting some work done. We're taking the manifolds off, engine mounts off, and with this turbo feed line here. Ooh, whole stud came out on that one. It Loctited it in and all.
Nice.
I think the other engine has studs, so that's not going to go well. And
Well, I'll just hold on to one pair with a pair of pliers.
that's it.
And you.
Old pliers trick works every time.
Right. 60%
Almost.
of the time, anyway.
So we have to get his old clutch off of here real quick because we have to recover the flywheel behind it. So, oh, well, did you pre-loosen these bolts?
Nope. I mean, yeah,
They're
totally.
kind of just falling off.
Well, you know, when you get old and sit around, that's what happens. Right?
Is that how that works?
Pretty sure. That's what's been happening to me anyway. I'm falling apart.
This clutch actually looks, if this is an original clutch, how many miles are on this car?
100 and, hold on, I'll tell you.
This
exactly.
is an original clutch. Look how much material is left on this thing, dude. It looks like a new clutch. GM.
It's because I drive responsibly.
It looks so good. I mean, it's been a little warm.
173,973
173,000 miles, and we haven't gotten to the rivets yet. There's wear, but we haven't gotten to the rivets yet.
Are you supposed to get to the rivets?
No, that's when you know you're done.
Oh.
This has 200,000 miles on a stock clutch. There it is.
Okay.
Whoa! Weighs a lot. This is a pretty crazy flywheel. It can, it's got a damper in it. You can hear it too. It's like, swoop, swoop, swoop. Okay.
How's it feel?
It feels fine. Whew. I had to drop it.
Feels good. Feels good. Especially when it crushes your fingers.
Well, we need to put the new clutch on this car, and it's right here, and it came with a new pilot bearing. The new engine obviously doesn't have a pilot bearing in it, and we're kind of stuck. We can't get the whole engine in the car today as we expected because it's DI, and we do not have a resealing kit for these injectors. So,
Those are kind of nasty.
yeah, they're a little
Look at the fun stuff jumping off.
bit of crud coming off of them. But no big deal. We do need to cut these Teflon seals out and replace the O-rings. That's on the to-do list. We're gonna have to get all the stuff to do that tomorrow. So we're gonna put on the flywheel, get the clutch all aligned and all that stuff. I think we can get the clutch slave installed as well.
Yep.
And that should get us really close. That way we're ready to drop this thing in tomorrow. I thought I was gonna go faster than that, but let's drive this thing in. To start with, we're just gonna grab a piece of wood and a sledgehammer, tap it in. Piece of wood. That's a nice piece of wood.
Thank you.
It's got a nice weight to it.
My father did that way.
I was halfway there already.
Tap it in. Tap it in.
It's flush. I think we can get one more. Got some little wood debris in there. This thing had a bunch of cardboard box debris in it to start with.
It's interesting it got so much.
All right, one good hit. I think that did it. Maybe one more. It's still a little proud. What's your take?
That's still proud.
Okay, one more. I'm a fan of that one.
It's good.
Now we're ready to pick this thing up and toss a flywheel on it.
I will follow me.
Okay, you're gonna hold back on the engine because it's about to fly forward. Just, yeah, make sure I got some. Okay, ready? It's gonna come towards me fast. As soon as it comes out, right here. There we go. You wanna try to readjust? There, you nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Couldn't ask for more nailed. Here's one little fun fact for you guys. The line to the clutch slave cylinder is self-bleeding. So I pulled off the old clutch slave here. And getting it off the line was a little tricky. I had to take my pick and get that little clip out of there. You can see that clip hiding right in there. That's what holds the line in. Once you get that clip out, you can just give a little wiggle to the hydraulic line down to the clutch. It comes right out super easy. And then putting the new one in is simply those 2 10s and sliding the line back down into the clutch. So there's no bleeder screw on this thing, even though they kind of have a little outlet for it. I think they made that little pocket for the air to go sit in instead of having a traditional bleeder, because obviously it's really hard to bleed clutch slave cylinders unless you put the nipple all the way outside of the transmission, and there's no access to that anyway. So all you have to do is pump the clutch a bunch and the clutch slave should go right back to working. And the old one is out. The old one sounded terrible too. There's the new one, nice and tight. It'll take a while to break in and spin that freely. And while nobody was looking, we did the front, the crank pulley there. And what else? The lines are on the DI pump. Yep. The clutch and the flywheel are on and aligned. We're flying through this stuff. The exhaust manifold's on.
It's only 10 pounds per bolt.
10 foot-pounds is the exhaust manifold torque. They came off easy. I was like, man, it seems really easy.
It doesn't seem right.
But that's what the factory calls for. So we didn't love that, and I went ahead and bumped it up to 13.
I thought we went to 11.
Almost 1 human hair more torque.
I found myself just all sorts of excited.
I knew you were coming. As you guys can see, what we found is a completely assembled engine for the most part. Almost all the accessories are on, except for the stuff that was easy to do in the car, which is the alternator. And we left the power steering pump and the AC in the car as well. Clutch, flywheel, intake, exhaust, all the injection, all that stuff's been assembled. Our BIC trick worked pretty well. The only thing was there wasn't a lot of time. We basically, we would pull the caps and have to shove them in because they don't just fall in. But you know what? They never just fall in. No. So it worked really well for being a $3 tool. All right. This thing's so much easier to push with this instead of a V8 or a V6. Whew. All right, you want to pull up there to help me kind of...
No, you're doing a great job by yourself.
I realize I'm doing a good job, but it's not easy. All right, turning. You have control of the turn. Oh. Are we gonna clear?
Yeah, there's a car there.
I was like, I can let it down a hair, or we can just wait. It's gonna stop at the end of the tunnel.
And
that's it, right?
Well, it's backwards.
Yeah, it's installed.
I think we've cleared. We're right where we need to be. So we're gonna lower the car now, lift the engine up, in she goes.
There we go.
This Mr. Gasket strap is the most ideal engine pulling strap we've ever had ever. It lets us level this thing instantly, and it's got plenty of slack take-up room so that we can lift the engine independently. It's really working well. It slides well on the hook.
It's not a gasket.
It's Mr. Gasket.
But it's not a gasket. I'm entirely convinced John Ross is allergic to dropping engines out the bottom of things.
So, I thought this engine was supposed to come out of the bottom too.
Well,
it's very hard to get the center crossmember out, if I remember right. Like, it's actually a feat.
It doesn't look as obvious as I thought it would. Also, the giant hood coming off so easy, I guess, is a pretty good clue that the engine should probably come out.
Yep. I literally recalculated all this last night thinking that it should have come out of the bottom, and after looking over it for a while, I was like, it's a top job. It just has to be. Well, we have a big hole. It's time to shove an engine back in it.
Hop in, Gabe.
Yeah, pedal.
I've already done that.
Quick, what's an Ecotech sound like?
You know we're gonna get it. If there's one thing that we do, it's get it. Well, one day, you get this.
You get it.
I wish this was an air-powered jack. I don't know why we're wasting so much time.
Pump it, pump it, pump it up.
I need the jack off the press. That you just need the
you
jack
need
off the press. Kick the legs in. Wheels and a leg man. Here we go. Rotation. The engine's going in the direction it needs to go. Ready, brake.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, stop.
I'm on pause.
All right. So
we are stoppage professionals. That was a soccer level stoppage.
That was actually perfect. All right, so we actually are looking pretty good.
I know, it does need to bump down again. You ready?
Stand by. Just a moment, because we need to make sure that we clear.
Jake, we may need a third set of hands because I need somebody to push backwards while I crack this without dropping the engine. Hey, look at this. We are almost back in. So we're getting everything lined up here. It's back up in the air so we can use a screw jack. We got one bolt started, and then we're gonna use the screw jacks to kind of level the engine here in just a moment, and that should let us slide it on back. So we're getting close. A whole lot of new parts up in there. What do we start on this? 6, 8, 7.
7.
7-ish?
Yeah.
About 7 p.m. with a 2-hour break in there to go buy some toys. We started on this car today, and it's now 2 a.m. and the engine's in. All the bolts are in the engine. Engine mounts are in, you know, everything's bolted in, and it's down to accessories and dressing this motor back up. So we're lowering this thing to give you guys a quick shot of what it looks like with this brand new engine in here.
I'm pretty stoked, man. I almost don't want to put the covers back on it.
You don't have to. You just have to keep it really clean if you don't put the covers back on it.
Yeah. I like the way it looks like that.
All right, well that thing, it does look very clean. And
actually, I feel bad putting these old parts back on.
I know, it's gonna look worse after all the new old parts go back
Right.
on. Oh yeah, that's for sure. But we pretty much got everything else on. There's a lot more on the engine than there was when it came out, so hopefully that's all easier now. And there's a few wire harnesses move into those positions and stuff like that. This ratchet needs to stop hanging out in there. Hang out right there.
That's an engine accessory.
That's it. So the new engine is in this thing, and tomorrow, hopefully, it's all back together. We're gonna do an initial oil change. It's packed with like a packing oil right now, and then this thing is ready to fire. You need a battery.
Yeah, I need to get a battery.
So there you go. Gabe and I fought this for hours, but at the end of the day, we won, the car loses. So that's all that matters. Anyway, it's in. It was a huge job. Hopefully it drives tomorrow. I know you want it to drive. I also need it to drive because I need my floor back.
It's kind of
But-
all we wanted, you know. I didn't want this to get to the point where it's like you really were kicking all my stuff to the curb.
Or I thought when you said that's all we wanted, I was like, well, I wasn't actually expecting it to fly, but it might if we get the wing conversion done.
Do that.
Your two Pratt & Whitney turbo fans that are on the way, I know. So we got to mount them somewhere. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchchairargo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time.
I'm excited.
I mean, you got more horsepower and all the Pratt & Whitneys and all that. It should fly, right?
It should. If
Make
it
it-
doesn't,
Make it fly.
you know what? I'll be satisfied if it drives. I'll be okay with it.
The injector trick sure worked.